Hi all, this is Param. In this video, we will see what is the what is the benefit of custom rules for detectors. Okay, we have seen in the earlier videos. Okay, how to tune the anomaly detection jobs, right? Okay, so there are several ways. One is what using that calendar. Okay, calendar and scheduled event so that your model will not be impacted. Okay, similarly you take the snapshot, okay, very often, okay, or you can tweak how often you need, okay. And another one is custom rules, custom anomaly detection rules. So these are the three are the different way to tune the anomaly detection jobs we have seen in earlier videos. In this video we will see how to do the anomaly detection, sorry, how to create the anomaly custom anomaly detection rules. Okay, how we can create the job using that. Okay, that is what we are going to see. Okay, custom rules means custom rules means it is part it is combination of these three. Okay, conditions, okay, scope and actions. Okay, so actions will have the actions is array, but though it is actions, okay, we till now we have seen, so I have seen only some of the actions, okay, especially for script result, maybe something else is the index, something is there. Okay, okay, so that is the actions. Okay, when something occurred, what you have to do, either you have to delete or you have to skip or you have to do what or you have to want to modify something. So that is what actions we are going to do. Okay, once once the anomalies not data. Okay, once anomalies matched based on the condition or scope. Okay, and second thing is conditions. Okay, so in any job mostly either we will be using condition or scope to identify the what are the anomalies. For that we have to do the actions. Okay, so with respect to the conditions, okay, we can create the conditions. Okay, so we can create one or more conditions. If you are having more than one condition, that sorry 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 okay, that use the logical and. Okay, if that is one, that's fine, no problems. Okay, but still it accept one or more condition. Sorry. Another one is scope. Okay, scope actually it's depend on the filters. Okay, scope is actually depend on the filters. So let me pull down. Okay, so it is depend on the filters. Filter means custom filters. Okay, so we have to, so if you are using, if you are thinking like to use a scope means what, on which data, okay, sorry, or on which specific on what specific specific anomalies, if you want to work work, you can do that. Okay, either condition or specific anomalies. Okay, I will show the demo. Okay, I have the demo for all of this stuff. I will show the demo. Okay, if it is that scope means it's completely dependent on the filter. So filter means we have to define, okay, we have to define the filter. There is separate APIs using okay, we have to define the filters. Accordingly it will it will remove that or it will apply that actions. Okay, so basically as I said, either we use action or scope. If it is a scope, condition may have one or more conditions. Okay, it's kind of like condition. Okay, I will show that. If it is scope, okay, it need filters. Okay, filter has to be defined. There is a separate API. You don't think filter is as a, this filter is not same as a filter within the DSL, query DSL. Okay, that filter is different, this filter is different. Okay, and actions. Okay, now one thing I have to tell you in the beginning of this video. Okay, why we have to do that custom detection rules. Okay, why? So obviously based on the detector functions. Okay, based on given detector functions, so going to work, right? Okay, but then why do you want to do filters? Okay, if you want to filter, so you can do, you can write query DSL filter itself, right? Let's say if you want to do some customization or if you want to do some skip only. Okay, assume that if you want to skip only, then you can remove those set of data in the query DSL itself. Okay, obviously machine learning will not model will not be get impacted, right? Then why we are going for custom rules for anomaly detections? This is what the question, right? Oh, yes, I'll tell you. See, what is the answer now? Say the filtering. Okay. So first thing is what is now? Say anomalies are okay. Anomalies are detected. That is really valid. That is okay. But still, we don't want to. Okay, so we know that anomalies will be occur, or we know that those kind of anomalies are not value added to the customer, something like that. Okay, if such anomalies you can remove, you can exclude, right, from analysis. So that is what the purpose. Okay, but But so very simple, if you want exclude some of the analysis based on the use case, based on the business, based on the customer, those anomalies are, those are real anomaly, but they are not bothering about that. Okay, so they are not bothering about that. Okay, so they don't focus on that. Okay, and if such anomalies, there is no cost impact, something like that. Okay, so due to that reason, we can avoid certain anomalies. For that is the reason we are going for custom rule for anomaly detections. Okay, okay. So then one more thing, right? The filtering. So the filter within the scope is different. Filter in the query details is different. Okay, you can change. You can write the filter query in data feed, right? Okay, so the data will not be part of the modeling, but in this case, what is the scope filter in this case, all the data will be part of the modeling. Okay, so that is fair. Okay, so that is where benefit. So obviously, what is we want to use the data for modeling. Okay, we don't want to either modeling. So we want to use such data for modeling, and such a but still some of the anomalies I can ignore based on my interest. So that is where custom anomaly detection tools helps. Okay, okay, it's a really good thing, right? Okay, obviously such a things we have seen on alert, right? In early video, some of the things if you have seen, right, alert, something happened in the anomaly detection jobs, we can alert. So these are things act on top of the anomaly detection jobs. Okay, now I'll go, it's a demo time. Okay, I think I have covered everything. Oh, it's a demo time. Okay, yeah, I have explained here. Yeah, the life cycles. The life cycle I forgot to tell you. So what is now? What they are saying is once you create the customer rules, after that, let's say if you have updated your existing jobs, that means what? So while seeing that only we can we can understand, we can realize that okay, these are anomalies not customers not interested in such a anomaly, so we can avoid. Okay, so obviously it's kind of iteration process. Okay, everyone says machine learning is iteration process. Okay, so day by day only it will get improved. Similarly, model, in fact, model also day by day only it will get updated itself. That is why that is what we call as machine learning. Okay, so similarly, if you are the jobs has been created, you are presenting all the anomalies, but customer says, hey, okay, hey, though it is still anomalies, but I don't bother about that. It is not cost effective for me. It is not impact any cost. So what is not, they can ask us to remove. Okay, so in that case, we are going for update, right? We are going to update the existing anomaly jobs, right? So what they are saying now, so whatever the anomaly detection jobs is the update, right? Once the update happened, after that only it will impact. Or previous anomaly score or anomaly value result will be indacted. Okay, I mean it will not affected. That is what life cycle of the jobs. Okay, okay. Now it's a demo. Where is my postman? Okay. As I told you, okay, custom config for detectors. Okay, so I have explained what is a use case. Okay, when we have to go. Okay, now let's talk about the conditions. Okay, so this is how you can see here. So there are a lot of anomaly detections job is okay, but still there are a lot of things a lot of tips are there to how you can define effectively. One is aggregated data. Okay, another one is alert on the anomaly detections. Now we are seeing custom rules. Okay, okay, still many things are there. Okay, we will see in the down the line. Okay, fine. So here this is one job, and obviously you can see the anomaly config. Okay, so we have specified the packet span. So the detector has been defined. So within the detector we are saying what is function name, what is a field. Okay, it has to. Okay, here we are writing the custom rule. Okay, okay. So with the custom rule, what now? With custom rules we must specify the actions, right? So action, as I said, action is must. So in the action, just describe the anomalies, those anomalies. Okay, what is the condition? Is the actual value. Okay, so anomaly score we have seen, right, in Kibana, there will be some actual value, right? So the actual value is less than 0.20, just to remove it. As per the anomaly detection job, it's anomaly. Okay, but if the actual value is less than 0.20, you can remove that. Okay, so this is how we are using. So this is here we have used only one conditions. Okay, so you can see that condition, the actions I have used it. Then here you can see there are many actions here. Since it's array, right, so we can write many actions. So again it uses actual only. Okay, so 50 something like that, less than 50 something, something. Okay, okay, so within the detection there is a function, but there is action as well, right? So action must be there. Okay, of course, in the custom rules. Okay, now so now we are going to use the filters. Okay, filter means filter means we have to define the first filter. So here assume that any anomalies from the any anomalies caused from the google.com and trusted.coms you can ignore. So this is another use case to for custom filtering, for custom rules, okay, for the detectors, okay. Say any anomalies which is related to the google.com and trusted.com, then we can ignore that, okay. So first we have to define this field like this, okay, description and items, okay. So this you can see that this separate API, okay. You have to define using this API you can do, or using the Kibana you can do either way, okay. So if you want to update as well, so you can add, okay. So let's say I want to add saradakapoor.com, okay. This URL also it's not done, it's not a dangerous, okay, it's safe, something like that, okay. Then I can update, okay. So similarly you can update day by day whenever you want, add items, okay. Now you have added your field, you have added filters. So filters are there, the filters are applied through the scope only, right. So then we will go with the filters, okay. Here you can see that again it's anomaly detection job, 5 packet span detectors, okay. Here high info count is a function name. So function names, see, to apply the function, right function name to apply the field, like either partition by or field over the field by something like that, you should be familiar with your domain data, okay. Then only you can apply properly, okay. Okay, now now that here is custom rules, so we are defining the actions. Yes, it's the same syntax, okay. Instead of conditions we have used a scope here, okay. Now you can see that scope I am specifying the field name, highest registered domain. So this is a field name in this index. What is index? What's index? So maybe in the data feed, okay. So okay, data feed has not configured, okay, in that index, okay. Here we are specifying field name, sorry, filter name, okay, name of the filters which we created earlier, right. So that filter names is just a part of the URL path, right. Okay, cool. So actions in filter types is include or exclude, something like that, okay. That's how you can do. Of course similarly you can apply many filters as well. So here you can see that many filters are applied, okay. Similarly the scope support all these things, partition by field, over the field, by field name. So see, I have not yet covered these topics, okay. I have not covered this topic or action names, okay. In the down the lines I will cover, okay. In that I will explain what is exactly meaning of this, okay. Partition field names, you know, right. So partition field names what, okay. I mean what is the field name now. So this will be the kind of grouping for the based on the values, based on these values, okay. Let's say it is not high cardinality, okay. If it is high cardinality it's not useful, okay. If it is not high cardinality, right, okay, so you can use that this value. So let's say what user ID will be, that user ID will not be high cardinality, right, because of when compared with that the actions he perform, he will do many URL, he can access many URL, but in all the 1 lakh records user ID we can group only 10 or 15, okay. So then in that case we can go for partition by field. So that means each partition, for each user ID anomaly score calculated separately, okay, for in each packet again, okay. Again each packet, then over the field names, okay. So we identified the username, so user ID is okay, user ID, okay. Now over the field name, it is over the field name is what, this population base, right. So we want to pass this user ID value to that URL, okay. So URL, okay. So since URL high cardinality, right, I say user, I can access many URL at a day, in a day, right. So the URL which I am going to access is high cardinality, right. Then in that case we will show our name by field name. So it is this is the field, the function count has to be, okay. By field names, it is by field name. Oh no, by field name is grouping, I guess, right. It's a grouping again. Yeah, it's a grouping, okay. By grouping is a grouping, okay. Field name is the function to the count, okay. Sorry, okay, I will explain in here, in down the lines I will explain. But the main purpose of this, what is now the what I want to say now, scope support all these variable, okay, all these variables, okay. But scope can create multiple multiple filter as well, not only single filters, okay. Okay, so this is what I want to cover about the custom rules for detectors, right. So the important the use case of this was what na, I want to use all the data for the model development, okay, model creations, but my customer is not interested some of the anomalies only, so I can remove those anomalies, so at least my graph will be very neat. Okay, so whatever exactly customer want, I can change that any times. I can change that anytime. That is what interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's say every day the customer test maybe keep on vary, right? Okay, so then obviously I can change. So obviously that is the benefit of custom rule. These are the feature of anomaly detections in Elasticsearch when compared with the other product. But I don't know anything about other product which implement anomaly detection, so that's fine. Okay, okay, sir. Sure. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this content. Okay, please subscribe my channel, share it to your friends. If you like my videos and leave your comments. Thank you.